If you were on death row, what would be your last meal and what would be Bobby's?
If I were on death row?
Yeah.
Somebody told you something? What would be my last meal? I would hope that nothing would be my last meal. I guess a cake with a file in it. My luck, I'd get a file with a cake in it. Well, if it was me, I'd say, hey, you know, bring me some of that sushi that has the blowfish that if you get too much of it, you die. Any old way out. So, and Bobby's, I think, would probably involve beer and a burger. You know, he's a pretty simple fellow in such regards. Although I think the only time, maybe the only time we see him eating on the show, he's eating sushi. But that was my choice. So they asked me what I wanted that day, and I said, sushi. And they were like, it's a burger restaurant. I said, I don't care. So I got sushi, and there is nothing more fun than eating sushi that's been sitting out for 3 hours while you shoot the scene. Yeah. I don't know, does that answer your question?
Yes, it does.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Hi.
Hi, my name is Caitlin, and my question is, what was your favorite version of Bobby to play? Apocalypse Bobby, Bobby in a wheelchair, Ghost Bobby?
Well, it was definitely regular, everyday Bobby. I wasn't that crazy about playing AU Bobby because he had no backstory with the boys, and so it was very weird to play opposite them as if they were near strangers. It wasn't as much fun. There wasn't the banter and the you know, there wasn't the love and the history. And Wheelchair Bobby was a bit of a physical challenge, mainly because there's cables all over the set that you don't see. And it makes it sometimes kind of hard to get from one part of the set to the other in a scene. But that's kind of small potatoes. But I wasn't crazy about that characterization or that period because Bobby was kind of stuck at home answering the phones. And only a few times did he get out and participate in the story. So I just like the regular guy, you know, walking around being grouchy and incredibly lovable.
Well, you were, so thank you so much.
Thank you, Doug. Hi.
Hello, my name is Jordan, and my question is, if you could tweak Bobby's death in any way or make it like different, how would you like rewrite it?
It wouldn't happen. Or it would happen in season 15. You know, it was, the end of Bobby's regular life was really dramatic and powerful, and I really liked the script, and it was the opportunity to do some really fun work, and I know it grabbed a lot of the audience, and so I was happy about that. But yeah, I would have, you know, I've been shot in the head on 3 different shows. And I'm getting tired of it. I don't know, it might have been fun to have my guts ripped out or something by shapeshifter or something, but no, I got shot in the head. Who gets shot in the head on Supernatural?
Bobby does.
Yeah, well, it beats not being on Supernatural. So if I could tweak it, I think I would have just, if it had to be the same death, but I could tweak it, I would tweak it so that it was drawn out for about another 4 seasons. Just, oh yeah, Bobby's still dying. Yeah, let's go see him and see how he feels. And let's spend a couple episodes talking to him and watching him die. I don't know. That's not much of an answer, but it's the one you're getting.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi. My question is, how much did your time in the Marine Corps influence your acting in general and your tactics and choreography and choice of weapons?
Whoa, I missed the last half of that.
So, how much did your time in the Marine Corps influence your tactics and choreography and the choice of weapons as well as your acting?
Being in the Marine Corps was, it was a lot like acting because I spent most of my time in the Corps pretending to be competent. I'm not sure I can tell you exactly how it influenced me, other than I'm a little more confident in myself, a little less concerned about taking risks than I might have been. It's hard. Having been in the Marines and having served in Vietnam had a big impact on my career because when I was starting out, they were just starting to explore the Vietnam War in film and television, and it gave me some opportunities that I might not have had. My choice of weapon? There are certain days I wouldn't mind having an M79 grenade launcher, and but you know, I'm a peaceful sort of fellow, and I would only use it judiciously.
Hi,
Thank you. Hi.
my name is Helena. I'm 12 years old.
You're 12?
Yeah.
I remember. No, I don't remember 52. Hi. How are you?
I'm good. So I know Bobby is like a father to Sam and Dean. My question was, do you feel sort of like a father to Jared and Jensen?
Not at all. And that I'm not being facetious. That relationship is Bobby is parental to them because that's who they are and what their dynamic was. My relationship with Jared and Jensen is that of a colleague. I don't give them advice. They don't give me advice very often. We're friends who work together, and it's you know, if Bobby and Sam and Dean were in school, Bobby would be the teacher and they would be the student. But if Jim and Jared and Jensen were in school, we'd all be the kids. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Hi.
Hi. So my question is, well, I'm wearing this shirt, Idjit. One of my favorite sayings. Did you think or realize how big of an impact Idjit and balls would have on the community?
I was just talking about this in one of the meet and greets. I wish I had trademarked it. In both cases, I objected to saying those words.
Really?
When they showed up in the script, because I thought they were stupid. Guess who was stupid? I didn't have any idea they would catch on. I thought, frankly, that the fans would think it was a stupid thing for Bobby to say. But I was wrong, and I wish I was getting 3 cents every time somebody said it.
We say it a lot, and when I say idjit, I say it with love, which is, I think, how you meant it when you
Oh,
said
yeah.
it. So.
Well, it depends on who I was talking to. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi, my name is Isabella. I was wondering if there was a line in Supernatural that you could remember having issues getting out and maybe having to redo a scene because you couldn't get the line out.
Pretty much all of them. I don't remember a specific line that I had trouble saying or getting out in the way I wanted, but there were a couple that I really wanted to get right, and I knew they were long enough and fast enough that there was a good chance of stumbling over it. I don't think I ever did, but I remember when I first read the line, "Get the hell off my property or I'll fill you so full of rock salt you crap margaritas." I read that line and went, okay, work on that line. Get that one right, because that's a cool line. That may be my favorite line in the whole series. I don't remember one that gave me trouble, but I do remember that one and a couple of others that I went, okay, this is going to be good if you do it right. And so I worked extra hard on it. Thank you. Hello.
How much are you in person like your character, Bobby Singer?
Not as smart, not as brave, better looking. Pretty much the same when it comes to being irascible and grumpy. And thanks a lot for the question, Agent. Hello.
Hi, so my question is when Bobby wasn't answering all the phone calls and taking care of the boys and doing everything else, what did he do in his spare time just for fun?
What spare time? Taking care of the boys, you think that's not a full-time job? Well, apparently listening to a lot of Kenny Rogers. Well, I think Bobby probably spent what spare time he had reading Better Homes and Gardens and arranging his house in a lovely and organized fashion. You know, putting up new wallpaper and no, wait, I'm thinking of somebody else. You know, I don't know. I think he had a pretty single focused life, and don't believe all that stuff about Tori Spelling. Yeah, I guess just, you know, if he had a hobby, it was probably playing with a dartboard with Crowley's face on it. I don't know. Not much of an answer.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi. Speaking of Crowley, I want to know, is Mark Shepherd a good kisser?
He tries. Yeah, you know, my tombstone's gonna say he kissed Mark Shepard. He was all right. You know, not. I kissed other people on the show who were far superior. But Mark just kept wanting to rehearse. And I'm kind of a one and done guy. So, yeah, it was, you know, it was just another day at work. And I'm not the one who carries a picture of it around on his phone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi, my name's Maddie. I just
Maddie?
wanted to know if Bobby left a Yelp review on Heaven, what would it say? Also, how many stars?
I don't know, about 3.5 stars, and somebody's got to decorate that hallway. That was a boring ass heaven.
Nothing about your time being in prison?
Pardon?
And being imprisoned in heaven? Nothing about that? I'm not gonna complain.
Yeah, I mean, Bobby's heaven apartment wasn't too bad, but yeah, I give it a good 3.5 stars. I wouldn't. I mean, it's better than some places I could have gone, and maybe not as good as some other places. The Bahamas or something. Thank you. Hi.
Hi, my name is Isabel. This is actually a question from me and my mom. If you could be any other supernatural character, who would you want to play?
If I could be any other supernatural character. Well, you know, I get asked this a lot, and every time I answer differently, because something new occurs to me. At the moment, I think it would be a lot of fun to be the trickster. And why would Sam and Dean hop to then? I could have some fun with that part. I could have some fun with that. And you know, it's not like Spade was that great at it. He was okay. He was okay. I mean, I love him, and he's a good guy, but.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello.